What's good, everyone? It's your boy BTB Max here, and it's a very special day because a dream has come true. I'm interviewing a grime legend. Welcome to the Fan Meets Fame show. I am just a massive fan of grime, and I'm sat with the legend Manga Hilare here. How you doing, bro?
Life's good, man. I'm feeling good. How you feeling?
I'm all blessed, man. It's nice to have you here, man. Thank you for coming down. But before we get into it, obviously you got a lot going on. You've had a whole new album come out. You've got this massive career I want to talk about. We need to see if you can pass the vibe check. All right. So we're gonna loosen up. We're gonna loosen up. I'm gonna fire some quick fire questions at you, and I want you to give me the quickest responses. Okay.
All right.
For that quick response, quick fire questions. You gotta answer as many questions as you can. You don't have to answer all of them. We can stop at any point. Just say I'm a celebrity. Get me out of here. I will stop it.
I'm not a celebrity.
Okay.
Let's go.
Manga. Let's see if you can pass the vibe check. What is your favorite app to use?
Twitter.
Who's your celebrity crush?
You're gonna get me in trouble. No, actually, no. There's a few. I got like quite a few. There's Coco Jones.
Okay.
There's IMDb. There's Scotty Beam. There's
he's just getting himself in trouble at this point.
There was Jordan from Love Island with a Jordan level. I'll stop there because
let's not get in more trouble. Would you rather perform live but never be able to make new music?
Perform live.
Or make new music and then be able to perform live? Really? It's like that?
1,000,000%.
It's a true grime star right there.
Yeah, I love live performing.
True grime star. Where's your favourite place to perform live?
Anywhere. I don't have a favourite place, if I'm honest.
Really?
Yeah, I just love performing. So it's not really like anywhere. I just enjoy doing. That's I hate recording. I hate.
You love the art of performing. Yeah,
I love performing the most.
Love that, man. Who's your favourite YouTuber?
Oh, I don't know what class is a YouTuber.
Someone that's built their career from YouTube.
So there's youths from Canada. Youths, I say they're probably big men. They're from Canada called 4YE.
Yeah. There's
Trey and Jay Richards. I like those are my people. Those are like my first things I watch regular.
What they do?
Everything. They're really funny. Yeah, they got a podcast now called Random Order. They're from Toronto, or from Brampton. You know what I mean? And they those are like I'd say they're my favorite. They used to do skits, everything. They're very good.
Love that. What was the last text you sent?
You say what room is it? I'm blind.
I thought so.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's the most famous person you got in your phone? Too many to count.
No, I don't know. I don't really have many people's numbers these days, and no one's there.
Yeah.
Let me see. Let's say maybe Snoozy, but yeah, it's definitely not his new number. It's definitely not his number. Probably
Stormzy's old number, yeah.
Yeah,
Stormzy's brick phone from back in the day.
From one day. Probably the most famous. Yeah, he might be. No, Maya. Maya may be more famous.
Maya Jama.
She's more famous. Like she's not more famous, but she's famous. Like I forget she's famous.
Yeah,
like
she's big.
It's mad. It's mad to see how far
he's got both. You can find out all the gossip from.
Nah. Listen, they're big people. Let them set.
Who would you say is your best friend in music?
Oh.
Who's your musical best buddy?
I don't know, bro. These are bad questions. Merkish Dave.
Yeah, I like that, man. You got the whole tape together as well. That makes sense.
Like I think. Or Target. I don't know. Target counts?
Yeah.
Yeah, Target's my brother, man. Yeah, Target. Target
man.
Or Merkish Dave.
Who would you say was the best in Roll Deep?
Wiley.
Yeah. Who would you say is the worst in Roll Deep?
Me.
Oh, man.
I was at the time.
Yeah?
At the time, yeah. But not anymore. I'm very sick now.
So when Scratchy goes, I can't even do it. Do you find it annoying or iconic?
It's iconic, man.
Yeah?
The way Scratchy thinks is just a different setting.
And no one else can make that noise.
Flowdan can.
Yeah?
Flowdan knows how to make that sound.
All kind of noise, to be fair.
And Flowdan is the one who comes out of most of the slang. I want people to know that. Like, see all that, the chat-ins, Norg and all these that's all from Flowdan. Nearly every word is from Flowdan. I think Flowdan even named it Roll Deep Entourage.
Swear.
From what I remember.
Damn. To put some respect on Flowdan's name.
And a lot like NASA, all these things that Skepta says, all these like a lot of stuff that came from Flowdan. Yeah, a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff.
Love that. What's your song of the year for this year?
This is a
tough one, man. It's a tough one.
Bad and Clean.
Yeah.
Bad and Clean.
I hear that.
I think that song is amazing.
Song so much.
And the reason I say that is because as soon as I heard it, I know exactly where I was. Me and Flowdan was going to Germany, maybe, I don't know. We were flying somewhere to do a show. Our Frisco just dropped the tape, and I was just through the tape. I was enjoying it, and it got to that rhythm. I said, "Yo!"
Yeah.
So, and from then, all now, Mad tune.
Yeah, I
Mad
hear it,
tune.
man. What's your album of the year for this year?
Kendrick.
Yeah, I hear that.
Whatever it's called.
Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers.
Yeah, I listen to that every single day.
Yeah,
every day. It's the most
rinsed that.
Yeah, I've rinsed it. Yeah, same. I've actually,
from front to back as well. It's not even just like play a couple. I've listened
and
to
that's
it
why I say it's the album of the year because I listened to it from start to finish. Yeah,
can't fault that. TikTok or Instagram?
Oh, TikTok, man.
Yeah,
I hate Instagram, man.
I hear you. What's your favorite meal?
Everything. Unfortunately, everything, as you can see.
Damn. Okay.
No, you know what I do like? I like a burger.
Yeah.
A good burger.
A good burger.
Yeah, like a good burger. That's my burger or Chinese, but Chinese can be techie, but a good burger I can. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Chinese can mash you up if you're not careful.
Yeah, if you're not serious.
Grime or drill?
Grime.
Easy. If you could change the national anthem to a UK rap song, what would you choose?
Oh, a UK rap song.
A UK rap. Imagine when England play on Saturday. Yeah, I hear that.
Or Swiss Cry.
I hear that as well. Yeah. That would be beautiful.
Maybe Pain is the. No, I don't know.
But like Cry is slightly too sad for.
Yeah, Pain is the essence because it's aspirational as well.
Yeah, I hear it. And the last question for you to officially pass the vibe check: where's Carlos?
I think he's out of jail in that now. So, from what I know.
So you actually know who Carlos is?
No, I don't know him personally, but I know who he is.
So the mystery's still...
No, it's not a mystery. He's a guy. He's a real guy.
Yeah.
He was in jail with Getz and his... You know what I'm saying?
And
it's a real
Stanaman, yeah.
Yeah, and obviously, I think Getz told a story about how he see him years later.
Yeah.
In a house rave or something. I know Getz likes house dance there. Yeah, no, I think he's a real person, but you know what I mean?
So he's out there somewhere.
Yeah,
he's out there somewhere. Carlos is just chilling.
Yeah, he's outside. He's outside somewhere.
I love that, man. Wow, appreciate you passing the vibe test. I got some good answers there. So, Manga Saint Hilare.
Yeah.
That's the first question. What is the meaning of your name? How did you get it?
The name's not really a deeper question. Like the first part.
Is this the first name you were given as a rapper? That you
no, Manga I gave myself.
Right,
so
Manga.
It was from graffiti tagging. I used to
really?
do all that Manga because my name's Matthew. So I thought I have to start with an M. And then I just liked how the letters look together.
Yeah.
That's literally it.
So nothing to do with Manga as
nothing to do with
book.
It. But I do like comics.
Okay.
A lot, like Marvel, like comics. X-Men was my thing, is my thing. I've loved that from time. I've always loved drawing and comics and Stan Lee and all that. Like, that's always been my thing.
Yeah.
And I've enjoyed manga as well, like Gaiva, old school, Ninja Scroll. Not really, see Dragon Ball Z and that thing, I never had cable and all this. I never watched all that. But I just liked how the word manga looked, and that's how I start with my MC name. Cool. And then, obviously, that's always been my name, but obviously, Google. I've been around before Google, unfortunately. I've been really out there. And then, so it's not
real
very,
OG.
Yeah, really. Like, it's not Googleable, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, when like Roll Deep kind of slowed down, I just added like Saint Hilare, which is like family name.
So, that's your last name? Or
that's not my last, it's my mum's.
Okay.
What you know what I'm saying?
So it's a family name. And your family in your name. I hear it.
Saint Hilare, Saint Helen. It's like, that's hard.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
like that.
That's our thing. So I just added that.
So it's not because you're hilarious. that's just a bonus factor. No,
definitely not. No, man, no it.
Put him off guard. Damn.
That proper tin. No, not hilarious. You know what I mean?
Oh, there's plenty of role play today because we're gonna roll it back to Roll Deep days.
Okay, talk to me.
So I heard you say in one of your interviews that back then everyone was either spitting, DJing, producing, and it was just it gave you all something to do. What do you mean in life? You mean? You said like back then when those times when you was starting up, like
it was just a thing. It's not like you see, like probably now every youth has a draw tune.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like it's just how it is. Like it was.
Everyone had a bar.
Everyone had a bar to spray. Like it wasn't even special. Do you know what I mean? I say that obviously that's people who are levels, but everyone had a bar. There was either DJing, maybe not even so much producing. MCing was free, so everyone just had a bar. It just because grime was. I would tell people grime was. Or was just culture, street culture. It wasn't so much like, oh, you have to be talented or you have to be everyone just done it. Everyone was part of it. Everyone knew it. Yeah.
So and then Roll Deep was obviously how many people were in it?
About 160.
Big crew. Yeah. It's a big crew.
It was revolving. I think that's the thing. Like, well, obviously, Roll Deep was Roll Deep before I was in Roll Deep.
Yeah.
Like I was a fan of Roll Deep. Like that was my first crew. I proper like, wow, these men are sick. And it was just changing members.
Yeah.
So it wasn't so much, it was loads
and there were multiple crews that people also like Skepta.
Yeah, that was
Wiley,
even later on.
Loads of crews as well.
Yeah, so then they broke off to be BBK and all these like so so even before it was like Pay As You Go, and then Wiley had Pay As You Go with like Major Ace, Target, God's Gift, Genius, and all these people. Obviously, everyone has to do certain things. Then he started Roll Deep, his own thing, because then it was like Wiley, Dizzy, Scratchy, Carnage, like loads of people that flowed and that's when I listened to them. I was like, oh right, these men are sick. I've never heard this style before, because it was like after Garage, like it was like that's when Grime, before it was even called Grime, which was Grease and Aggression and Styly. I said, this is sick. So I used to Roll Deep a lot, like because there was like a couple crews. There was like Roll Deep, there was obviously Nasty Crew, and then but I just preferred Roll Deep, me personally. You know what I'm saying? I said, these men are sick because they're tinchy. I said, this is mad. Which then people left, like obviously like Dizzy left, and other people, Shmaka left, some people left, and then Wiley. Then I was part of the second wave, I guess, which was like me, Rochi, Trim, Brazen, and then it was Skepta, Jamie, Maximum. Yeah, so it's been a few iterations of Roll Deep, like quite a
generations
few.
even.
But they were quite close, but it was like that's why a lot of people have been in Roll Deep, but then it's hard to pin down. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So them days when you're in Roll Deep, or like there's all these crews and there's a lot of people spitting, like you say, everyone had 8 bars and this sort of thing was going on like every.
Like this time this is the elites.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it was hard.
Yeah. So I want to say, like, obviously you're surrounded by so many people doing it. Could you tell from then that like certain people were head and shoulders above the rest? Like, could you tell that like, okay, Skepta's special, he's gonna be here for a long time, or is that sort of emerged over the like however many years it went on?
I'll be real. See, I'll use Skepta for example. First time I heard Skepta, I said, "Oh no, he's sick," because he's so clear. He was always so clear. I remember we'd be and what he would do. Me, Skepta, and Jammer used to go to a radio station called Manic FM in St Albans. Yeah. So obviously we had like on Sundays it was Rinse FM. That's like the highlight show. Roll Deep. That's like the Premier League show. Yeah. But again, where me and Skepta and Jamie as well were like, obviously we're not from East. Like we're not from East. Like everyone's from Bow generally. Yeah. And Limehouse and then plays there. And we used to go just obviously we were trying to get our names up even more. Do you know what I mean? And then we used to go to a station called in St Albans called Manic FM. We used to go there every Wednesday, and that was like practice hours. Yeah. It turned into quite a big thing because it was like an internet radio station. There wasn't really loads of them back in the day. So and then Skepta used to come there every week with a new bar, but he'd always just say the bar over and over again. And I thought, bruv, this is weird. Why are you not saying all your bars? But obviously I realised he was cementing the bars. So like first time I heard going in and all that time I said, bruv, this guy is like, I didn't get it then. Now I realised, oh yeah, you were cementing.
Everyone knows every single one of them bars because of them
exactly
days.
Clear. And obviously he was going around other places, clear, bar. And I thought, this is so smart, man. Like I just didn't have that. I just thought it was sick. I was following more the Wiley model, like trying to be new bars every day and just be as sick as I can be. But obviously I'm not perfecting them. I'm just mumbling through them. I'm writing them and I'm not learning them. He was sharp. Like you could tell the people that were like on it more, had a plan. That's another thing. So not even just on it more, just had a plan and knew what they were trying to do. So and they really dedicated their lives to it. Like Wiley, Skepta, Jamie, all the people that you see are successful today. They really was living that life. Was really on this music thing.
So they were really about it from the start.
From the start.
Wow.
Really putting it all into it. Whereas I could say myself, not so much. I was there. I enjoyed it. I was trying, but I didn't have much of a focus as they did. Nowhere near.
But you're here now. You're still.
Yeah, that's why I'm happy that I got it eventually. But from then, like I said, if you go back and watch all DVDs, Risky Rollers, Practice Hours, Aim High, you'll see who's talking and who's not talking. You'll hear people saying, "Yeah, man, might drop my album this year" and all this type of thing. And you'll hear Skepta say or Wiley say, "Yo, I've got Tunnel Vision 1, Tunnel Vision 2. This is coming out here. I've got this thing," and you're like, oh, "Okay." See, we thought they were just talking, man, and you hear them when you look back on it today.
Putting in the work.
All of it came to fruition. You know what I mean?
That's quite special. So speaking of Skepta, especially in the come up of his career, I know what he liked to do was just send for anyone and just like war anyone. He'll clash. Mad. But did you get into any clashes or any like proper beef, or was it just lyrical clashing?
Yeah, a lot. So when I first joined Roll Deep, we were beefing Fire Camp. Which is like,
was it just lyrical or was it like actual?
Well, like, a lot of them had actual beef, but I'm not from East. I didn't actually know who these men were. I sent for like Fuming, and because Wiley was like, "Yeah, he's your age. You sent for that one." Like he would.
Oh, it was like that.
Yeah.
Damn.
But like again, I don't know these men. You know, so I'm warring with like Fuming and Lethal, I've never met. I met Fuming a couple of years ago, and all now I've met Lethal be a few times in my life.
And these times you were lyrically sending
I'm
through.
with these. I'm over here. I'm with these man. Like Rico don't like this one, so I don't like this one. You know what I mean, that's how Wiley don't like my man. We don't like my man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because we're just doing that, and then I got in bare clashes with that. Bare like again, and at Manic FM we used to clash all the time.
Yeah.
Like we used to clash each other. We used to clash like it's like Juki Mundo, Sniper E, all these man, and then Wiley Skepta was just killing it them time there.
Yeah.
So I remember he had what's that? Keep this in me, Matthew and Javan, reeling and truly. That was the whole plan. I know if I had this two, man, I'll get the whole crew. Now it's promotion for my album, and my name's Matthew, innit? I was like, but that my name lives on through that. Do you know what I mean? But man was clashing. Like Skepta was really good. Like Wiley and Skepta, I've always been really good at just sending.
Definitely, they've been. I mean,
like Wiley's the champion. Everyone always says he's the champion. And Skepta, to be fair, because
even in recent years they've still sent for people. I mean, Skepta sent for Wiley not too long ago as well. Wish You Were Here.
Oh my god,
Again, like it's purely.
Oh
lyrical,
my days, flipping. Oh.
Yeah, so like,
but no, it got
out
of
of
hand.
DNA, innit?
Yeah, it is. That's great. Again, that's culture. That's the difference between like when everyone says grime and drill, and I love drill, and obviously, but it's just everyone says. It's hard for people to define the sound, like just through the sound, because obviously it's similar BPMs, similar sounds, like sonically, it's similar, but the cultures behind both things are very different.
Yeah,
like you wouldn't get sends in drill, like well you do, but they're based a lot more in
based on the violence,
rather
than the lyrics.
Purely. And in grime, it could get violent because obviously that's just street music, but it's just not based on that. A lot of it is more where it was. Not where it was based. Now it's more based on sport.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Whereas the culture in drill is a bit different. But that's why it's hard to, when people say, oh, what's the difference in sound? There's not really much difference in the sound.
Yeah.
But it's more the cultures. Like we have sets and we have live raves and we have clashing and dubs. And
that doesn't really exist.
They don't have that over there. But I get it. It's just different.
And when you are clashing, are you ever, like when you're going into that clash, are you like nervous or is it like the highlight of it? Like how do you respond to that? Because you know this guy might cuss your whole life out.
You know what? You have to kind of be prepared for them to say anything. Yeah. And like, okay, so there's one clash I had with a guy called Juki Mundo, and I just thought he was shit. But then when we clashed, I realised, oh my god, he's not shit. Yeah. He was really good.
You're out here looking at your book full of bars.
No, you can't do that. You can't do that either. They have to not, all this book things air. Like saying, because obviously now you can do that because you record it. Yeah. But he's there, we're in front of each other. So it's not a thing where I can be like, oh, hold on a minute. Like
scanning your catalogue up
here. Yeah. And remember, he's saying stuff to me now.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what am I saying to you now?
Yeah.
So again, I sent for him. Well, I put him in a bar. I didn't send for him. Like, and then he came up to the station. And I was like, oh my God. So we're here. I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to wipe this guy. And then he was saying stuff. I thought, wow, this is really good. I remember thinking, shit. And I wasn't as prepared as I thought I would be.
Yeah.
But that's part of it. You have to be on point. You know what I mean?
Did you take an L or did you like come back?
No, I came back.
And with that, did you have bars ready or were you?
Yeah, like, I had bars for him. But his bars for me were a lot better than I thought they were going to be.
Right, so you have to come strong with the delivery.
If you deliver it, Manga vs. Chucky Mundo, it's on the internet somewhere.
Yeah?
Yeah, man, it's funny. But I'm not nervous. I think I was more nervous to get sent for. Right. Like, because obviously you got to reply.
Yeah.
So if man sends for you, you got to be like, all right, cool. What am I saying? And you got to be quite vicious or you got to be clever. Like I don't mind sending. I really enjoy it. But I didn't really have many people sending for me that often. Yeah, I mean, I did rather send for Wiley, send for thing because obviously it makes more sense.
Yeah, I hear it, man. But so as this whole like sort of period of your life, this whole in the crew stage and the come up of your career, I do remember you saying that it was like the most lost you felt. Like it was like musically, I guess, lost. But what would you say was like the biggest highlight of that whole period of like
what Roll Deep?
Yeah, Roll Deep days.
But I'll be real, all of it was just sick. Like it was sick, but it was the highlight was just everyone, just seeing everyone doing stuff and just being part of that and being around. But the lost feeling came from when I realised, well, what have I been doing? You know what I'm saying? You see people progressing, going off and forging their own paths, and I realised, oh, I haven't been doing this, I've just been enjoying. You know what I'm saying? I'm enjoying, obviously, trying to do what I can, but like I said, not focused on what I'm really doing. Like not creating my name. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And then once I started saying, okay, what's Manga doing? What's my story? What's my voice? Yeah. Then it started making sense. Definitely. But I was lost in terms of that. And you know what, just life. Like you're just getting older in life. You don't know what you're doing. You're like you said, you're famous on the road, but you ain't got no P. Yeah. But then you realise you ain't got no P because you haven't been working at what you're meant to be doing. Like I always say this, in the quote. I was talking with Logan Sama, about oh man, I don't make no money from my music. I don't know what year this was. This must be like 07.
Yeah.
He goes, do you sell your music? I said, no. So how can you make money from it?
Yeah.
I thought, oh my God. And literally from then, I've sold everything. Like, no matter what, even if it sells 2 copies, I make sure that it's a thing. Because I realized, you have to, and I realized that's what everyone's been doing. Wiley's been selling dub plates from long time. What Skepta's been selling everything and doing shows and selling, like Jamie's been selling everything. Like all these people have been, not just, I don't want to use it as like a shop, but they've been monetizing their talents. And I realized I was just going along thinking someone's going to come along and say, oh yeah, you're sick, let me give you a deal.
Yeah.
Because I saw Wiley work.
Hustle to make the peak.
Yeah, you have to make for yourself. And I realized that's the lost part. And when I clocked that, it was a big like, oh, raw, I've been here for years. I don't know what I've been doing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But yeah.
Man, okay. And so obviously Wiley brought you in.
Yeah.
And then did you work with Skepta JME too tough, or like came after? Okay.
Oh, that's after. So Wiley brought me into Roll Deep, and then Skepta and JME joined Roll Deep like a year, maybe 2 years after. Yeah. But again, because we all went from East, I was around them quite a bit more because they were close to where I live. So
that was like back then. What are your thoughts on like Wiley now? Because obviously he's still a legend in the whole game, has done so much, but obviously he's now a controversial character. It was like the first man entirely cancelled on Twitter. Like, do you have chats with him in person about it, or is it like a...
Not about it, no, not really. No, I haven't. Actually, you know what's mad? I've not actually spoke to him about it, which is, now you're even saying it, nah. Because you know what is, he's just always been like that. Not like thinking, he just says this stuff, what he misspoke, innit?
Yeah.
And what he should have said is, my manager and my music lawyer are pricks.
Yeah.
And they've done X, Y, Z, to me. You've gone on Twitter and said what you said.
Yeah. And
now you're just given fuel to be like, oh, see?
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. And it's not even deep in that. Because you know, the reason I haven't really spoken to Trey about it is because I know we don't like hate anyone.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I know we don't hate anyone. He said something mad, you know what I'm saying? And all the other stuff, like, see, like when he was sending for Storms and all that stuff, that is the different, what's the right word? Like I said about the sport thing.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to explain to my man what I would like to say to Wiley. Well, like I can't speak to him. But I mean, I know the world don't understand that setting there. They're not your bridge. Storm's not your bridging.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? These men are your bridging. So you can't send for them and just think, oh, it's going to be blessed after.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's from a different section. So I understand that man are sending for you, but you're sending for them and like, oh, I can say what I want. It's sport and I'm just testing you. But man are holding that and taking that personally. Yeah. Which I understand. You're not friends.
Yeah, I hear.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you're the godfather. You set us all here, but you can't just say anything. And it obviously it can come across as bitter or it can come across as thing. Even though I know that's not in his heart like that.
Yeah.
But I understand how it comes across.
Yeah.
So I would like to say, bro, I get you saying not everyone's your bridging, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But he's a legend, man. Like I understand people feel a certain way about him, but he really is like he's here. Like he's the reason we're here. Esky Boy is the reason everybody's here. Like everyone always debates about who made the first Grime this and Grime song and Grime whatever. But see the Grime scene. Yeah. Having the scene. Not the sound, who made the first kick with this thingy. The scene was from him. Yeah. The whole thing of like, let's all link up and let's do sets and let's go here and clashing and the sport. All of that is from the idea of that is from him. I'm not arguing who made the first Grime sound or the Grime song or where it started. That's all air.
Because Grime isn't one song, one sound. It is
the scene,
a culture, scene,
and that came from him.
Yeah, I hear it. I've read his book, and you can tell. Yeah. I read his book, and I've read Grime Kids, and you get a proper sense of like what it was like.
He really brought people together, bro.
Wiley,
really, and he helped a lot of people. People might not say it now, but he helped a lot of people. So again, I get why people look and say, "Oh man, my man's bitter," or "My man rare," but I just feel like he just come from a different angle. Yeah. And again, I'll go say like Storms. And sometimes, like I said, I don't agree with everything he says. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like that when he was on... I didn't like when he was on Storms. I didn't like what he said about AJ. Like, I'm like, bro, like, you're coming across a bit thingy. But I know he's just jesting. Yeah. But again, I understand these are not your brethrens. You can't run... Like, I can't run a joke. Like I said, I've just met you. I can't run a joke on you. I don't know you like that. Yeah. You know what I mean? I can't be like, bro, rare. We're not brethrens like that.
Yeah.
And especially on these big public platforms as well.
Yeah.
So, it's... different. You know what I mean?
No, I hear it. It's a sad one to see how it's like turned out, but obviously,
bro, people are really like talking like he's air, and I don't like that because I even like on like
the fact he was like they deleted all his social medias like that when people like Piers Morgan and like
don't get bro, you're gonna get stuck. They're dealing with him wicked, bro.
Yeah,
they're moving to say he's been like if man was on some tyrant and he was getting every time he like man, my man's this and every minute I hear it. But you can't have a day and you're just getting a bit, you know what I mean? Yeah. I do understand that people are gonna take it how they want to take it, but I just know he's not as mad and hateful as people are painting up.
Made out. I hear that. So moving from the Roll Deep days and you're in a crew to Manga Saint Hilare, the solo artist.
Hey.
How did you navigate through that transition, like of becoming, like you said, Manga, who's a little bit lost, a bit like overwhelmed, or like you know, of so much going on around you, to then suddenly being like, cool, I'm Manga Saint Hilare, I'm gonna start making albums, I'm sick. Like, how did you navigate from that stage to that stage?
Be real, it weren't really that hard, if I'm being real, because by the time it was that, I had more of a voice in Roll Deep. I was closer with them. I just found myself, but I just didn't. Obviously, it's hard to like tell your story on a song with 8 man.
Yeah,
no, do you know what I mean? And but it's basically I just done what everyone else done in terms of like made their own section. Yeah. So and there was a crucial point was we got a smaller studio. So we had a Roll Deep studio,
right?
And then me, Target, and Flowdown got a smaller studio, like kind of like the size of this actually.
Oh wow!
And I was in there every day,
right?
So I can practice and just make like experiment, sing if I want to sing, just take time writing my bars. Obviously, when it was Roll Deep time, it was always like someone might come with a rhythm. Everyone write their bar, do the bar. You know what I mean? And then say flag. So it's not really, I didn't have much time in there by myself to learn, even like learn logic, learn this and get my own sound and get my own messages across. So when we had the studio, like I said, I don't think I even had my house then them time there.
But yeah, the studio,
So I was just in there. Like literally, I don't think I had any money. I didn't have much. I don't count me years since 2012 or 2012 or 13. I didn't have much. It was nothing much was going on in my life. But we had the studio, and then because I was sharing it with Flowdown and Target, but they were a lot busier than me.
Yeah.
So Flowdown was always doing shows. Obviously, Target's on radio. That's I think he started radio from a long time, but he was heavily more on radio. So I literally was there morning, noon, and night. I didn't go home. I was just there.
Wow.
So that is where I first like the Manga Saint Hilare thing. I was just getting beats off SoundCloud, like free beats, just trying anything, just seeing what I was comfortable with or not, what I'm not comfortable with, and just trying, bro. Trying.
Man, that's sick. And so that was obviously what kind of times were we saying? Like, what years were these?
2014
till like onwards.
Yeah.
Because obviously I've looked on your Spotify and you got a lot of projects since 2017. But have you got more that came out before then?
Yeah, but it was online? They're on my Bandcamp. So I had a few before then. I had before like when I was in Roll Deep, I had like Obzoki Wranglings, I had Adventures of Manga, but them time there it was hard. It wasn't like you couldn't have like Spotify didn't exist.
Yeah.
So it was more like you used to do free download promos and that was like big in download era, you know, like free download times.
Yeah.
But so I had music then. And I think some of them are really good. I might put them online actually.
Yeah, I love when rappers put their old stuff on because obviously it's new music to a lot of people.
Yeah, it is.
But it explains so much about where you're at today because it's where you were at way back then.
It's so true. You know, I might have to do that. I didn't even think of it. But they're on my Bandcamp. If you go on my Bandcamp, you see everything. Then 2014 is where I started. So I had projects what they call that. One was called New Noir, Lunchtime at Art School.
Yeah.
New Noir. But they were all, again, it's all on my Bandcamp in order. And then 2017 is like White Jean Suit Confidence, I think.
Yeah.
Is the first one that's on like digital and all that jazz there. Because to be fair, I had to learn how to even do that. I didn't know how to.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to put my music out. Like that. You know what I mean? So then it was 2016. When was Outburst? Maybe it was 2015. I feel like there's something wrong on my Spotify, but it was White Juice Suit Confidence. Then it was Outburst. Right. From Outburst from Outskirts is when I was serious with it.
Yeah.
And that's when I started. And
that's when the run came because you dropped so many projects since as well.
Yeah.
I just wanted to pick up before we go on to like what's going on right now. Is that you mentioned one time you had no GCSEs? Is that right? You had no GCSEs at all?
But not a lot. I think I've got like.
Did your school life end after GCSE or did you?
No, I went sixth.
You went sixth form and stuff, yeah.
It didn't matter. I was just on my ped and just chatting shit. I didn't take school serious at all, but school was so much fun.
Were you doing music at the time you was in school?
No, I didn't.
No, so it wasn't even like
sixth form. I was
a
bit like MCing, but MCing was free, like but I just like I like art That's what I done. Always drawing, like art was my thing. It's not really that in school. That's why when Grime come about, I was like, oh, you can MC and that.
Yeah.
I want to be a DJ, but then DJing was expensive, like because you have to buy those of £7 each.
Yeah.
But and I didn't have no GCSEs. I got art GCSE and I got English.
You got 2 GCSEs.
I know it sounds terrible, but like the rest of it, I was good. I'm a smart guy, not even being that thing. But I just wasn't not focused in school at all, bro. Like zero focus in school. Yeah, I tried to go uni at one point for like a month, and I said, "Oh, this is long." But it was all. But this even that the uni thing was like years after when I was a big man. I thought, let me try that. Just air. But no, I just wasn't focused. I was just terrible in that.
Okay, I hear it. So was there ever a choice, or was it always going to be music for you?
Oh no, it wasn't always going to be music. Definitely not. I'll do whatever. Nah. I'm not one of them people like, yeah, man, this is my path. I'm gonna. No. It's just that I enjoy it, and I've found a way to make it work for me.
Okay.
I enjoy it. I'm saying that, but no, I'm not. Again, I'll go back to use Wiley's Skepta as an example. Them man there live and breathe this thing, and they always have, and they always will. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, like that's their thing. Me, it could have easily not been this. Easily, very easily.
Okay, actually. So it's quite mad that you're here now.
Yeah, bro, and
it
again,
was like kind of what fell into your path as well. It wasn't like you haven't got any choice in school, like, but music has to work. It was I could do anything.
I would have got a job. I would have done something else. Like I again, creative man could have done art.
Could have done anything. I mean, even seeing like Skepta can do art. He can do.
But the man them are talented, you know.
Like,
the man them are talented. Remember, Skepta was a DJ first, didn't it? So that's always the thing. But like, the man them are talented, and I feel like we can do everything. If you put whatever, that's the thing. That's what it taught me. Me doing music and creating, like doing my merch and website, all this stuff. Yeah, like make you realize. So we can do anything.
Yeah,
you can do anything you really want to do. But we just always find a way around. Yeah. And that's what I see. Grime was the most open thing.
Yeah.
Like
and like you say, it's a whole scene. It's not just strictly bars and music.
Nah.
It's
and it's welcoming. So like you're here and you want to work hard, you want to be part of this thing, you can be part of this thing.
And even I went to the Grime Stories museum before it shut. But they have a whole section on pirate radio, and like you have people showing you how they do the wires on top of the thing. Rigging. So even like that guy is Grime. Even if
Wiley done that. Wiley
was up here on the rooftops.
Rigging with Genius at Rinse.
No way.
It's mad. That's what I'm trying to say. We really like we're really talented section. Yeah. I'm saying we really have to do a lot to try and figure out.
What you need to do, you get done.
Get done. You know what I mean? And now in my later life, I just apply that to everything. Like I do. Like I said, I do presenting, I do my thing, I do video editing, I'll do anything man needs to do, I'll get done.
Know how to do
and I realised, man, that's always been like that, but our path was like through Grime. You know what I mean?
It's weird because as a fan, obviously I was never in those days, but as someone that just loves the music and listen to it, I've kind of learned that in a way that like, you guys are like obviously not always in the best positions in life.
No, definitely not.
But it doesn't matter. You'll get it done no matter what.
And that's why like now you see the more fruits of the labor. Not saying say, oh, we done all this stuff. And
but you can see it in other avenues as well.
And that's why I love seeing like again like Central or whoever come through and earn this big money and live a life and because
you laid all that foundation.
It's mad. It's not. I don't even want to say lay the foundation, but it's the fact that it's possible.
Yeah.
Like, I love the fact that man he's done his work. Like Central's done his work and he's got to go and reap the rewards of his work, because then the next person will be they'll get even further. And
that's quite a crazy thought right now as well, given how big Central is.
Exactly. That I would think no one would be bigger than Wiley or Skepta.
Do you know
what I mean?
Stormzy came.
And then Dave came. And then Central came. And you're thinking, oh wow, like, and even the fact it's not even just one. There's 6 at a time. There's D Block Europe doing this over here. You've got like I said, AJ Tracy, you've got H, you've got Central, you've got
all these own little lanes,
and you still got Skepta, and you still got Wiley, you still got. You're thinking, wow, this is mad. Before there'll be one person at a time, and like, oh, we wait till that person falls off. But
I hear that.
It's sick, man.
Yeah,
I love to see that.
I want to talk about like right now. Obviously, you just dropped your album, and you were also nominated for Grime-A-Side at the MOBOs. Now, I didn't want to talk about because I know you had like an altercation or something on MOBOs, but it's come to light. It's come to light that a lot of people have had issues with the MOBOs. Like, it's not just like a one-off thing. Yeah. So like, would you be able to tell us what happened with you in the MOBOs?
Yeah. Alright. So the long story short of it is, if you watch Chucky's podcast,
I saw Chucky's thing. So basically, why I thought I should bring it up as well. So
basically, it was what happened at Chucky's podcast. Like same thing. Enough miscommunication. I'm nominated for the MOBO Best Grime Act. Enough miscommunication or no communication. Until the day before, the night before, got there, I paid for my tickets. So
you had to pay to go.
I paid,
even though you're nominated.
I paid, but to be fair, I wanted 7 tickets. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I looked at it like, cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I guess if I wanted to go by myself, I could go, but I don't really
want to be sit for a whole night.
Industry thing with these man. You know what I'm saying? It's not really that thing. I want to celebrate with my actual people that help me on my daily basis. So I went there, got there. At the time I was meant to get there, was outside for 3 hours. I had to get loud. I was shouting, calling everyone pussy holes. It was mad. It was really like they were treating man wild on the door.
But they letting you in or not?
No. They were moving like man.
Even though you had tickets or you didn't have tickets.
And what made me more mad, it wasn't just me. It was me, Kamikaze, and Blay, and Novelist. Novelist got in before us actually.
And you were all nominated for the Grime.
All the Grime lot were outside. So that made me feel even more of a way. I said, the
Central C's not waiting outside. And
so that's exactly what I said.
Even though you're still nominated for a MOBO, it doesn't change.
Right. That's what was making me mad. I thought, hold on. You lot have got us out here like we're some subpar humans, bro.
Yeah.
And again, I've been MOBOs many times. I performed at MOBOs twice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I know what it's like when you're wanted there.
Yeah.
Like it's all like, I come true, Bentley, red tear, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then now I realise, you're treating us like we're some pricks.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not an angry person. I'm not even I ain't had an argument since 2009 maybe in my life. I don't
And then the MOBOs came.
Yeah, for real. Like I'm shouting and trying to fight and that because we was outside for 3 hours.
Damn.
3 hours, we missed our missed our nomination by the time they got us in.
Wow.
They missed it. So by the time we got in, it's gone. I was so mad. Like my mum's texting me, we're watching where you like I was so mad. And then and the only reason man got in is because I knew people like
I
knew someone there. So Target was there and he was helping, and when Target was there, they were listening to Target, which made me more mad. Because he was like, obviously Target was hosting the whole thing for the BBC, and then when Target saw me out, like when I forced my way around to the back, pause. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, and then they was still trying to chat shit, and then Target Kid was there, and he was like, like what's going on? And they was like, we'll try to help him. I said, hold on, so why was you not saying this when I'm doing it? And then later on, again, an hour after that, I see a girl that I know. She really she worked for MOBOs. Or I don't know if she works for MOBOs. She worked there, and I know her for all 20 years, and that's the only reason man got in. And when they even did get in, they put man at the back with all Kamikaze. I rang everyone, me Kamikaze.
Yeah.
Like I said, Novelist got in just before us, but Novelist was out there with us as well.
Wow,
they dealt with man wicked, bro. Like wicked.
That's crazy.
And it was just super disrespect. I can't lie. I haven't had an argument since maybe 09, whatever.
Wow. And
I was so angry. I couldn't even see. Like when I would see the clips and I was so angry, bro. But they dealt a man wild. But the reason why I didn't go online and say, fuck MOBOs rare, because I can't chat shit and say like, fuck MOBOs, because I was happy that I was nominated. I like to be recognised for my work amongst my peers.
It's just a shame the organisation on the night is terrible.
Terrible.
Right. But
terrible.
The organisation nominating you, recognising your talent, you respect.
So
it's a
like
toss-up. Yeah. Because
But
obviously Heady won as like he was calling them out, being like, there's no way they think I'm actually gonna go there. I don't know why. Chucky obviously spoke about his thing. Chip said maybe one day I'll forgive them, and I don't really know what happened.
But I think I see it with like Chip, and I think with Wretch as well.
Wretch had Wretch is one of the first ones because they promised him.
There you go.
You'll get your night. You'll win all your awards. I think it was in Scotland.
Yeah, it was in Scotland because it used to be in Scotland and Liverpool.
Yeah, and then they just lied. He didn't.
And that's what you know what I mean. Like again, before they used to do, I think Poet said as well. They done grime/rap, which obviously. Like that's what's that? We're not the same thing. Like it's spare care and all that jazz.
Yeah.
But I can't lie and say like, man, don't care. Like I didn't care about I cared about if I got to win, it would be a big night or big statement or Blay or Kamikaze or anyway, actually all of us to be fair. But it would be like to say, man, you can do this and don't have to be the most popular thing. Yeah. You can build your fan base and just you can still achieve things. And that's why I was thinking. And that's
still
why
win a MOBO and
and that's why I even bring my people out to say like. Come, I brought my brother, my sister, my girl. I said, let's go outside and celebrate
the night. Yeah,
do you know what I mean? And then it turned into made me. I was gonna fight, bro. And
obviously, like if you're making it an occasion, which it is, obviously being nominated for a big award like a MOBO, it should be celebrated. So it's just a shame.
And they took away that moment. It was really upsetting. But I can't lie.
That is
really upsetting because like I said, we even missed. Obviously, I'm happy double one. You know what I'm saying, but I'm saying it was sick. We didn't even get to hear our nominations.
Yeah, you didn't even have that moment.
Nothing. And we was all together.
So the cameras must have been showing all the empty seats there.
So our table was behind the cameras when he finally sat down. It's disrespect, bro.
Yeah,
it don't a man wild.
Okay, cool. So a couple more things before, one more thing before we get to your album.
Okay, no stress.
So you spoke about you love performing live, and there's Grime MCFM, there's Eskimo Dance, there's the Den. Do you have a favorite? like a night to spit at?
Out of them, Grime-A-Side FM.
Yeah,
I love Grime-A-Side FM. Big up Jamie.
As a fan, I love it as well.
I love Grime-A-Side FM because I like what Jamie. Because I like what we. Did you go to the not first ones? Have you ever? How many have you been to?
I've been to 3.
Did you go to ones when they were just outside in Shoreditch?
No, I went to one in Earth.
Oh, so you've been to the big shows, the shows one. Earth one was crazy.
Yeah, I went to Earth. I went to obviously NAS Festival.
Oh yeah, yes. Of course.
And then what was the other one in Coco? Was it?
Yeah. I didn't go Coco. I've been to two out of that 3. But the first ones where Jamie would text man and be like, "Go link up at Shoreditch at under the bridge at 7 or whatever," and then we just spit and then we just bounce. And I love that, not filming, not announcing it.
Yeah.
We'd spit, do a set, and just bounce.
Yeah.
And I love Jamie, bro. I think he's a genius, and I know like, you know what's mad? People say genius. I think he's a genius, but it's not even like super level genius. He just wants to do things his way, and he does it, he executes it. Yeah. He don't like bend and be like, oh, pause. He don't like be like, oh man, we should do it like this because everyone's doing it like that. He said, yeah, we're gonna do this, or I'm gonna do this. Man, them roll up if you want to roll up.
Yeah.
The end, and I love that, and he's always done that, and I really strive to be more like that. Do you know what I mean? I just really rate him. But yeah, Grime-A-Side FM is it's the most fun, and because it's meant to be like a set.
Yeah.
So, and I think really the initial thing was meant to be not perform to the crowd.
Right. Just you lot. The love of the music.
Yeah, but there's a big crowd there now.
I know.
So
people love it.
It's hard to not like, as a performer, it's hard to not be, obviously it's the energy exchange, innit?
Yeah.
Like the first ones, when we don't know what festival it was, but it was meant to be good. When we got there, we not even acknowledge the crowd, we're just going to spit between us. I can't remember.
Get gassed each other hearing Jamie Spray's bars or P-Money.
Yeah. I can't remember who broke it first, but I can't remember who came out and they went,
and like started addressing the crowd,
straight away, but I get it, it's a big crowd, man.
Yeah,
but I think Grime-A-Side is my favourite, but Den was sick as well. The Den was sick. Eskimo dance, not really anymore, to be fair.
Yeah.
Nah, it's a bit exhausting.
So you mentioned earlier, just then, about the energy of those sets. Do you feel that same energy as you did back in the pirate radio days when you're all in a room spraying bars?
Yeah.
Is it the same kind of energy?
Yeah,
of grime?
I think that's the only. I think I was chatting about this earlier. That's the only thing that lets grime down, and I feel like it can't be presented in a song.
Yeah,
grime songs are not the same. Don't capture the same energy as when you see it live.
Yeah,
even if you're performing them some songs.
Yeah, no.
So if you see Skepta do Shutdown with people in a thing, it's a different feeling than you listening to it on your phone.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whereas a lot of, like I said, and I love a lot of drill songs or UK rap songs, the feeling of hearing a song is top tier rather than watching them perform. Absolutely. I feel that they're not as good as performing at us, but it's because the energy
you built
crowd
from performing as opposed to in the studio.
And then when we do sets, when we do Grime-A-Side FM, we could have the exact same lineup 15 times, and it's going to be different every single time.
Yeah,
every single time.
Yeah,
and that's a beautiful. Like, you have to be there.
Yeah. No,
so how do you sell that across the world or even just across the country without them understanding that?
Yeah, no.
I mean, like, you've been Grime-A-Side FM, and I know you're younger than man. You're quite young, yeah. So trying to tell people to go there, but listen to Jamie's album.
Yeah, you can't. I can't prepare you for it.
Yeah,
and the thing with like how I describe grime is energy.
It's energy.
Like, it's energy. To me, like, I kind of, when I was establishing grime, was that sort of 2014 to 17.
Is that your
wave.
Entry? It's sick.
And that was but obviously I'd come into it and then I'd go back and listen to.
That's sick. Like, so 2014 was your thing. So that was what.
But I'd go to all the concerts. Like, that's how it started.
And you feel the difference when you're there, innit?
The moment that like did it for me was I went to see Skepta and JME at Brixton Academy. So it was like massive that they sold it out. Yeah. Section Boys performed, they bought out. That was the first time I ever saw Novelist. To this day, I still think he's one of the best performers live.
Novelist is cold, bro.
Ever.
Cold.
He had so many people. That Cass is Dead was there. Stormzy came out. Like, it was just an unbelievable night. And and I just remember like Skepta. It was just crazy. Like everyone on stage and it's not even just like Skepta, Jamie doing their songs together. They're doing their bars. It's a set. Like,
it's not doing a song. We don't really come from that. Like, we do that sometimes. Even me, when I do my shows, like I do my shows. Like, I mean, I do my songs, but I love let's just do a set. And we're gonna just try out, spray each other. We're gonna enjoy each other. It's gonna be combos you never heard before. Like, it's amazing, man. It's such a incredible feeling. But I do understand why grime is not big online. Yeah, like, why it don't get bare views.
You have to sell that experience and that energy, which you can't.
And no song captures it.
Yeah,
like, I'm not just even saying that. Like, that my songs don't capture. I don't know any song that captures it properly.
Because it will sound wild in your headphones if you're hearing 8 man spraying a bar and you're on the tube like listening to it. Like,
but that's why a lot of people like Grime, they listen to sets rather than songs, like albums or projects. You know what I'm saying? There's two parts to that. I feel like a lot of Grime artists don't see themselves as artists, so they don't actually make good projects like from start to finish. I hear
it because even like people, it annoys me when people say like Stormzy the Grime artist, because you listen to Stormzy's albums, there's not like, and they try to call it Grime albums. It's like there's no way. It's got like maybe 2, 3, 4 Grime songs in them. Yeah, like the first one does, but like you can't really call it a Grime album when it's not. And the Grime albums, I guess, don't exist in that. Like
they do,
but like from front to back.
Yeah,
yeah, but even yours, like there's a garagey influence. Like I can hear. But
I'm a Grime artist. It's all Grime. And that's why I like Jamie saying Grime MC is.
Yeah, I like that.
And that's another thing.
I like that the event's called Grime MC FM.
Yes,
that's what it is.
Because exactly that. Like, and so I'm a Grime artist. Everything I make is Grime.
Yeah.
So because it's all from the approach. Because Grime isn't a BPM or a thing. It's a culture and an approach. In my thing. So everything you hear, it's like I said. So I've got a bit of garagey thing, but I'm approaching it as a Grime MC. I'm not doing it as like I'm saying as a Grime MC. So even if I take
sound, but even you're what makes it Grime.
Exactly.
I hear it.
So like I would like more people to take on the what's the right word, as a title of Grime artist, and you know what I'm saying, rather than being running from it, saying because what I feel like killing or hindered, I should say, Grime is everyone saying I don't just do Grime, you know.
Yeah,
I don't just do.
I think as well
that is
people labeling, or the mainstream labeling everything as Grime
is annoying,
because some things are like
because some things are not.
Yeah,
and then they think, well, what is?
Yeah,
and then
we don't know. It gets
confusing.
Washed,
Then it's like, I can't bother to figure this out.
And that's where you need things like Grime CFM to like be like,
yes,
this is Grime, and then you can tell what else.
Oh, that's why actually I commented on your video when you was asking about like, I think you were saying about the time and see who's on.
What was frustrating for me was it was a whole night, and
it
was there like I think I was there till 4 a.m, but it was a half-hour set.
Yeah.
And I was like, the whole reason I'm here for all night is to see this set. So please just do an
half hour. Was it half hour?
It was half an hour.
What on earth?
Yeah, no. In Coco.
Oh, I didn't go Coco.
Yeah, and it was like there were loads of DJs in the round, but the night was sold as Grime CFM, so I'm like, do an hour at least, because it was.
Look, usually Grime CFM is like the set's way longer than that.
That one annoyed me.
The last one we just done in Outernet was on for ages.
Yeah, but I think it was like 1:30 or 2:30. Like they came on really late, and it was like
I hear you.
I wanted to see more of it.
I hear what you're saying. But the Earth one was sick.
The Earth one was sick.
Crazy. That might have been restrictions to the venue then, you know.
The only one with Earth was
I
had to get the last tube, and I missed Skepta. I was fuming.
Oh,
yeah,
sick.
yeah. I was a long queue, and we queued to get in, and we come in, and it's just Chucky DJ.
The queue was crazy.
Yeah,
I didn't know it was that big.
Yeah.
So Jamie said, "Yeah, roll up to thing." I said, "Yeah, cool, I'm rolling."
And so you get there as you see the queue come in.
I saw the queue. I said, "But no one's getting in." Because I know that Dawson High Street, I used to do my shows at birthdays, like up the road, which is like a 300 cap, and. I don't know why I didn't think obviously it's going to be a big show. It's a Grime CFM show. I saw the queue going way down the road. I thought, bruv, no one's getting into this thing, bro.
I don't know why, because we did all get in.
Yeah, no, when I got in there, I've never been in that venue. I said it was massive, bro. I was like, right, this is a big space.
Big. Earth was big.
Sick show. But yeah, so maybe the Coco thing was down to venue restrictions.
Yeah, it might have been.
But what I was saying...
They seem to run that event every week, but it's not Grime CFM, it's just they have a different headline slot.
Okay, that's probably why. But I'm saying, so on your video, if I remember, you were saying, it'd be good to have what MCs are on and when.
Yeah.
You're saying, but you can't because we don't know what's happening. And I get it.
For me, I want to know who is
No,
who.
I know, and I get it. I'm not even disrespecting. I rate the thing because you're right. But that's what I'm trying to say. Like, trying to explain to someone we don't know because we don't know who's going to be there. We don't know who's going on when. It's I remember if Drake was saying that about Skepta when he started watching Grime. He said, I don't know how they communicate.
Yeah.
It's like a different thing. Like I said, I know when P might be even if I've never heard that lyric, and I know it's kind of getting now and. Oh no, you go and then we'll go. Like it's all.
Is it ever annoying when you really want to go and?
Yes.
Or like.
Or you want that beat.
Or you've got the mic and you can tell someone's like.
That used to be radio. That used to be hierarchy.
Yeah.
See who's guy. Because if you're spitting and there's a certain beat that I don't know. I use Wiley's example. He's not really like that. But let's say Wiley wants to spit on a beat. He's gonna spit on the beat. He'll take the mic from you.
Yeah.
But even especially coming up in pirate radio, you had to be. That you must see so many pictures. Yeah. If you look on if you type in Grime pictures, it's gonna be a mic like this and 6-7 man with their hand over. That was a real thing.
Yeah.
So Like, so yeah, it's more about that beat song. I like that beat.
Yeah.
But then it's obviously only gonna get played for X amount of time, and then
and you wanna
like Nov might be spitting on it.
Yeah.
For you're like, I wanted to get that one, and you just gotta wait for the next one, or you might catch the drop on that one, and that worked with your style, or you might get the beat. You might get the beat switches, and it's on a beat you don't like, but you still gotta go. It's all just sporadic, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I hear it. And it is, I guess that's the nature of it. But as a fan, it's like...
It's hard to follow.
It's what I love is not... I know JME's going to be there.
That's
it. Because his name... Like, that's all I know.
That's all you know.
I know, okay, probably I might see you, I might see P, I might see Novelist. There's so many people that I might see or probably will see, but I don't. The one thing about it is when there's a lot of artists, I'm like, he's cold.
Who is he?
Yeah. I don't, that's the only thing.
And a lot of grime artists are not good at being them... promoting themselves online.
Yeah.
That's really, that really jars
Because
me.
even if like, cool, I don't know who he is, but tomorrow I'll see on someone's story that, watch this 8-bar from Capo or whoever, like, then you know. So I think there needs to be maybe that.
I get what you're saying, more like
coverage, but I get like, especially if JME's
But again, but that used to be Pirate Radio. I didn't know who was. I didn't know what Dizzy looked like. I didn't know who he was. I didn't know who Armour was or whoever. Like Bear read them until like years in. I'm like, I didn't know you done that. Like I said, I thought DW was copying Flirter because I heard Flirter first back in the day.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, like I thought, right, this is mad. They got similar styles. I thought, but I'm trying to say, but I get that's why again he's trying to make it like a Pirate Radio experience.
Yeah,
but I do understand that again with like the younger generation is so used to information and they want to follow. They want to see.
It's that as well. It's a slight barrier, but I do love the event. Like, it's so sick to go to. Moving on to your album, Run for Your Life.
Yeah.
So I read somewhere that when you make an album or a project, the first bar you write is the first bar we hear. The last bar you write is the last bar we hear. So what is your process of making the music? Do you have the beats? Do you make the beats?
So
do you know what you're gonna say across the whole album, or does it just come to you like?
So I start with the title.
Yeah.
So I think, all right, cool. I've done my project. I've said, what I'm gonna say next? Think of a cool title that can encompass all the different things, like where I'm at in my life.
Yeah.
Run for Your Life, which this was his new one. Run for Your Life. Then I get beats. I get a selection of beats. Usually, I get beats sent to me quite often now, which is very good.
Yeah.
I get beats, arrange them in a playlist. That's like here's
like the sounding of the flow.
Yeah, the flow. Okay. That's always the key. That's flow of the beats that I've got at the time.
Yeah.
And then I start. So then I start at the intro, write it, right, keep writing,
Yeah.
And then obviously things will happen. I'll get a sent here. This will move around. This one might get taken out. But it's always start and end and the title is the thing. Just so I know, it's like writing an essay. You need to know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Me personally, I don't record music every day and just make songs. And then a couple of months in, I'll be like, let me try and make a project and put them together. Right. I think about it all from start to finish. So
you're manifesting it from the long before you've even written a bar. You kind of get a feel of what you want to say.
Like, yeah.
Right. Okay.
Because you
tell such a good story throughout the whole album. Like it flows so nicely.
I'm happy you said that because that's the point.
Yeah.
And I do understand that not everyone even consumes the music from start to finish. But that's how I consume my music. See, I was talking about the Kendrick album.
Yeah.
I consume music from start to finish. That's how I rate things, and I'm saying, and it helps me not just keep swaying off track and keeps me focused on what I'm saying. Yeah, let's get this message across. You know what I mean? Or what have I said already? What haven't I said in this part?
Yeah.
What is it missing? So like even a song like Together, and All My Sins on my project. Like, I produced All My Sins, and Together was quite late, so I had it because I was going to Grime-A-Side actually, and Jamie was just playing bare beats. I said, let me get this one because we played like 4 hours of beats. It was crazy. And then I got that one. So that was kind of late in there, but I knew I never had that sound.
Right.
Because he's got bare beats. All of them are sick. But I thought, I haven't got that sound in there. And that could fit around the middle of the project.
Right, okay.
And then I'd done it by myself. I thought, I haven't got a song with Double. I'd like to get a song with Double one day.
Okay.
So I'd done it. Then I took my second verse off and I sent it to Double and he done it.
So you had the song and you're like, actually...
Yeah.
Double work.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was gonna ask you about features. So like, you got P Money and Capo on there as well, and like Blaze on there as well.
Yeah.
So do you know before that?
Yeah.
I want him on there.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I do all the songs knowing who's I want on there, and if they can't do it like forever for time or they just don't like the song or whatever, I will just do it myself.
Okay, cool. And do you ever like, maybe not this album, but like I know Gets and Gigs have said this before that when they've heard the feature sent back, they've had to change their verse because they got bodied. You've never done that?
No, I've never done that.
Okay, I just like that. I like that competition in grime though. That
people... I've never done that. But I got one song with Gets. No, I've got 2 songs with Gets. But I got a song with Gets, and we done it in the studio, but he went last. and I'll never forget.
So you were nervous.
I was first, and he murked. I said, why have you gone last? But yeah, big up gets. But no, I've never gone back and forth with it. Only because I kind of have this. I usually send it with the space.
Yeah.
So I've done my part.
Yeah.
So it's not like
okay.
So if they don't send it back, I'll just do another verse. But I know like I think Capo will sound good on this and this thing will sound good.
Okay. So on this album, what would you say is your favorite song on there right now and why?
There's two. I got two. Like, you know, you asked me for one, but I got two.
Yeah.
One is
it's your album, and that's how I know because it's like it obviously means something entirely different to you than it does to me.
You know what? To be fair, it's not really the reason I like these. Okay, the two I like are Just Being Us, one produced by
I love
Scholar.
that. As soon as I hear that, it's got a nice like bounce to it straight away.
I've always wanted to do that type of Scholar. Rest in peace, Scholar. I've always wanted to do that type of rough squad sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, so last year maybe I've had this longer, maybe even, but let's say last year I was on a set at Pyro and I realized I haven't done one of these songs and I realized I want to make more of an effort to reach out to the people I rate. Yeah. So I said to Scholar, I said, yo, I've known Scholar for years. I said, bro, always rated your thing, Rapid, Scholar, all them man there, that rough squad sound, and I've never done one. Yeah. So I said, can I get some beats? And we was actually gonna do a project together, but obviously he passed away. I was saying, so I was like, yeah. So, but I performed Just Being Us at my launch event for the thing, and it went. I thought, oh my god, this song's sick. And again, going back to Jamie, when I showed Jamie the project, he loved that song. He said, oh, this song's sick. I said, yeah, but it is, you know. And when I listen to it, I enjoy listening to it. Like I haven't made it. And the second one I like is Electric Future, the outro.
That's what I was gonna ask you about next.
Because I love that. I'll be real, them songs are easy to me. I like. Oh, really? Yeah, they're way easier.
Because it sounds like, because it obviously comes at the end of the album and it's quite an emotional song and it feels like you're at your rawest, but that's really easy to make.
Yeah, because it's your thoughts.
Right.
Like, it's not trying to be show off or think about how you're going to perform it or the clever bar or none of that. It's just, it's how I'm feeling.
That's really interesting because it's probably like one of the hardest to hear in that. You're not coming with. You're coming with like...
I got a lot of calls. Are you okay?
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to ask you. You mentioned in that song quitting and finding a job. And I'm like, hey, hold up.
Yeah, of course.
But is that just like a doubt that you were just expressing on the song? Like,
any doubt you have is just sometimes... It's fleeting sometimes, innit? You're there, innit? But I can't lie and say like, yeah, it's sick all the time. Like, obviously, like I said, right now, everything's okay. I got my little monies, I make peas from whatever I make pee from. Like music, I just have this. I just do music. And I make pee from like merch, whatever campaigns or whatever I'm doing. But obviously, I'm a big man, and life is life. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got pension. I ain't bought my own house. Like, you know, mortgage, all these type of things. That you think about all these things. You think, what are you doing with your life? Like, you know what I mean? These things come into play. Like, I can't sit here and lie to you and say, nah, man, I'm just confident. I know I'm gonna make it. What's make it as well? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's very different levels of success to everyone. So I'm just thoughts coming to your head. So you figure, do I need to be more realistic with what I'm doing? Do I need to quit or do I need to go harder? Like, do I need to? You know what I mean?
And that's what this song allows.
That's what it's about. And them thoughts just they come but it's good for me because they come and they go. Pause. You know what I mean? So it's not like I can have these thoughts, express them, and they're out of my brain. I feel like what eats up a lot of people, like when their mental health thing, like these thoughts, they spin around, and they got nowhere to release them. So I always, all my projects, I have the intro and outro kind of like that. And so usually outro.
When you said like before you make the project, you're aware of like what it's gonna be like. Did you know this was coming last? Did you know like I wanted to say this on the project and you knew? It's coming last?
1,000,000%.
Right. Okay. 1,000,000%. That's proper sick to hear because obviously as consumers I have no idea how you like make the project or anything like that, so it's proper nice to hear.
I have that. I know I'm gonna end on that note. I'm gonna say, here you go. Here's where I am now. Until next time, safe. If you go listen, I don't know how much you've listened to. If you listen to, what was my project before? It's Glow in the Dark. Listen to my last project, Glow in the Dark. You listen to the one before that, Make It Out Alive. All the outros
have that kind of the same thing to it.
And in this one, the intro, I say the same thing on the intro as I say on the outro. The same, I end on the word. What I start with an intro is what I end with on the outro.
What, in terms of like the actual words?
Actual words.
What are the words on this one?
Go listen to it.
Okay, cool. I love that, man. I love them
all thought out. Like, them things there are thought out.
To the
and that's what I get.
Project.
It's not random. Like, it's all themes and thoughts throughout. But yeah, I get a lot of calls about Electric Future. Which I'm shooting a video tomorrow, actually, I think.
Mad. That's it.
Yes.
So we're never gonna hear you on no sample drill or no TikTok drill type.
What the beats. Nah, because it's not
It's
my,
not you.
it's not me. It's
What
not
do
even.
you think of it though? Like them kind of songs.
It's the same. It's the same thing. It just happened all the time.
Yeah.
Like again, we was forced to do pop songs or dance songs when grime was at its rawest.
Yeah.
To get money, you said, "Oh, if you want to do thing, you got to make these pop songs,
Right.
or you got to make a dance version of."
So you think that's what's going on?
It's the same
right
thing.
now with that?
Like it just like because again, drill when it was Olympic chinging, there's no drill like that anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So even the term drill is not what
a little bit washed.
Yeah, it's not what it used to be.
I hear it.
But I mean, obviously, you listen to drill for that Olympic chinging. Think about that rhythm there with low ski, Russ, Taze, like them rhythm there are not being made anymore.
Yeah. To me, when you say drill, I hear 6-7, whereas a kid today will hear Central C, and those are very different. They're coming from very different
Central would even call himself drill.
Yeah, no,
do you know what I mean?
Won't. It's probably more. If you're talking specifically beats, maybe, but like in terms of what the actual culture, like the same with grime, the culture of drill is very different to what we're hearing right now. Yeah.
So you're not gonna hear me on them rhythm there. But I don't think so. Let me not say that in case you got some rent to pay. But I'm saying, to be fair, you're not even mad at that. It wouldn't even work.
Yeah.
Because they know it's not me.
Yeah.
The reason I can thrive and be here today is because I make grime music.
Yeah, and people
and they understand from me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I couldn't when it was rap. That's why all the other stuff that everyone tried to do didn't work. Do you know what I mean? Because it's not them.
Yeah.
Really.
Like when Skepta went kind of pop and then came back to grime.
We've all
Everyone loved that when he came back to grime.
Yeah. The same way Central C. Well, I hope so. That'd be. Central, do a grime song, please.
I'd love it. I'd love to hear drill artists on grime. I've always said
but it's the same. They could easily.
Yeah.
Well, when we do sets, we play drill beats all the time. They're the same tempo, same sound.
Yeah.
But
I just
wanted Essential just tweeted the word grime music's sick.
Yeah, word.
He'd help.
This guy has so much cultural currency.
Big up Central, man. All times, that's my guy.
Okay, so to end on a fun note in the same way we started, I know you're not a big fan of football, but you got 3 songs on FIFA.
Yeah.
You got the World Cup right now.
What the hell?
So I want to do a little segment called Grime-A-Side.
Go on, let's talk to
where we got to pick your 5-a-side lineup using only UK rappers. So while you think about yours, I'll tell you mine.
Talk to me.
So in goal, we got Big Nasty. I need to explain it. I love for Big Nasty.
Why not for Big Nasty? Don't get yourself beat up, bro.
Love you, Big Nasty, but you're in net. Stormzy at centre back because how on earth you dribbling past this guy?
What's a centre back? A defender?
A defender, yeah.
Okay.
A defender.
Okay.
The 2 midfielders, I got Dave because this man created a whole football tournament. You know this man loves football. Other midfielder, I got Getz because this guy will never run out of energy.
Yeah.
And up front, I've got Mr. Kano because this man trimmed his head for Halloween, so he had the R9 trim with just that little bit of hair there. This guy is serious. You want him up top for your team. That's my 5-a-side grime team.
Okay. Ooh.
So you have to have a goalkeeper, a defender, 2 midfielders, a striker.
Okay. I'm trying to think who's the striker. See, I want to be like a striker. I would actually pick Kamikaze.
Okay.
Because he's
actually good at football as well.
He's a professional football player. So I'm sure that's fine. Dave's good at football as well.
He must be, yeah.
So where can he be? Midfield.
Midfield.
Yeah. Kamikaze, Dave. I'm trying to think goalkeeper. Oh man, this is difficult, you know.
That's the thing. You can pick it for like musical reasons. You can pick it for actual sporting reasons.
Let me pick for musical reasons. Let me do musical reasons because otherwise I'm
going to also say Dave is very creative, so you want him in the midfield.
Is that? See, I don't know football. I can call.
Right. Okay.
So Dave is very creative, so I want him in the midfield. I want a striker, Skepta. I feel like he don't miss.
Yeah. Always delivers.
Always delivers.
Yeah.
Goalkeeper.
Do you want JME in your team for the chemistry of Skep?
Goalkeeper, JME.
Okay.
Because he'll always figure out a way to make sure nothing goes past him.
Nothing goes past
He's
him.
a very on point guy.
That,
yeah. JME goalkeeper. Nothing goes past him. I want like where else? I need Sims somewhere. I need Sims.
So she can have a good defense or midfield.
Midfield. Like creative, like thinking like, okay, how are we gonna get? You know what I mean? Like where we going here?
Yeah,
where we going? I mean? Some direction. What's the plan? We need Sims in there. Another defender who's quite aggressive.
No nonsense. Someone no nonsense.
Yeah, someone who's like straightforward.
Yeah, straight to the point.
Who is straightforward? I don't know, man. I'm trying to think of someone who's really not on. You can't hear.
Because stick Wiley in there.
If Wiley don't turn up, it's a different thing.
Wiley's not showing up.
Then the whole position's open. I'm straightforward, bro. Oh my god, I can't even think of anyone. Yeah, let's say Wiley for.
Let's say defender. Wiley, just so it's gonna be four-sided.
I say Wiley for defender because he always defend it. He's always here for the coach and he's always trying to back it.
Okay, I respect it.
So Wiley for defender.
If he shows up.
If he shows up, and if not, Stormzy will be a good defender as well. Like you said, because again, he can't get past him, and again, he's really here for this thing. I really believe Stormzy's here for the right reasons. Like he's here for obviously here for himself, but he's here for the right reasons. And I've always rated him for that. He always stands up for us right. So he's not gonna let no one.
Yeah, no nonsense.
No nonsense. No one's gonna boy him off. He's gonna be dead there. You know what I mean? Yeah. Wow, that was
fun, man. Manga, appreciate you coming on, man. Love for the music,
and I love what you're doing, bro.
In this room, man.
All that legend chat, don't worry about all that. I love what you're doing, and I love how you're creating your own space and your own voice, and I just rate what you're doing.
Love
truly,
that, man.
So I'll get that on camera.
Appreciate it.
So don't cut this bit out. You know what I mean? You're rated.
Thank you, man. Love. Thank you for coming on, man.
Anytime.
That was it.